Your money is no good here, friend, a common Alexandrian threat. Alexandria, the gilded seat of the Golden Calf's domain. The head of state is Magister Augustus, Lord of the Ivory Host, Legion of the 10 Golden Horns. Common languages include Hellenic Greek, Macedonian Greek, Ottoman Arabic, Vulgar Latin, Germanic Latin, Carthaginian, Scythian, Numidian, Castilian, Kievan Rus, Abyssinian, Gallic French, Hibernian Gaelic, Aramaic, Profaned Enochian, and Hexadecimal Edomite. Alexandria has a population of approximately 5 million Mamamite citizens, as well as an estimated 12 million slaves. The military consists of 6 legions of Mamonite regulars, approximately 30,000 standard infantry, assorted mobile and static weapon emplacements, 2 legions of anointed cataphracts, approximately 10,000 souls, assorted militant helot gangs, approximately 2 million slaves, the Gilded Flotilla of 3 conveyance barges, 18 war yachts, approximately 200 other smaller craft, various itinerant heretic warbands, approximately 20,000 heretic fighters at any given time. Located at the heart of Mamon's kingdom on creation, Alexandria stands as a rare locale untouched by the war. A self-proclaimed open city, all children of both heaven above and hell below are welcome along the alabaster docks and marble walkways of Alexandria. The city itself is of an opulence that would boggle the mind of any first and many second and third time visitors to the city. Art, music, languages, and food from a dozen different cultures, both current and extinct, can be experienced on the streets of Alexandria. This riotous menagerie of wealth and welcoming serves both as the city's trademark and its trap. Though the unwary never bother to read them, a simplified collection of the city's laws are etched into a limestone pillar found on every street corner and at the entrance to every market. Though most of these laws apply only to the citizens of Alexandria, one law applies to all, regardless of origin or alliance: the ban on hospitality. The ban on hospitality is simple. Gifts are illegal in Alexandria. Any sundry or service not bargained over and paid for is assumed to cost the recipient a pound of flesh or a year in slavery, at the discretion of the offended gift giver. Members of the city guard are blessed by Mamon to immediately know the names and faces of those who violate the ban, and they are ceaseless in their hunt for those that break the tenets of Mamon's most sacred law. This does not mean that gifts are illegal to offer, however. The burden is on the recipient to deny hospitality, not on the purveyor to avoid offering it. More vexing still, refusing a gift is a grave social breach in Alexandria, and many a visitor has had to weigh the consequences of allowing themselves to become enslaved or provoking an honor duel over something as pedestrian as a refused sweetbread. Much of the city's slave population consists of chronic reoffenders whose masters withhold food and water except as gifts, taking advantage of the ban to make easy property out of the desperate. It is considered a sport among the city's nobility to see how far they can push a slave before his will gives and he accepts another gift. Alexandrian socialites pride themselves on their willingness to extort, and their social status is determined by their capacity to trick people into giving up their freedom at the last possible second. Deep in the city's temple district lies the menagerie of the faithful. This neighborhood-sized zoo consists of a walled-off residential area where members of the tyrant god's followers are allowed, or, on frequent occasion, forced to reside. Etched with pentagrammatic wards to prevent the citizens' prayers from ever reaching cursed heaven, the faithful are nonetheless allowed to go about their days mostly unmolested. Miniaturized versions of St. Peter's Basilica, the Great Mosque at Mecca, and the Temple Mount in Jerusalem have been created to give the faithful some semblance of their god's divinity, while viewing platforms across the tops of the menagerie's buildings give onlookers a place to gawk at and deride the trapped faithful. An auction is held each week to bid on a new Jesus, selected from among the unwitting faithful, determined to best match his likeness. The winning bidder earns the pleasure of playing Longinus in a cruel mockery of Christ's passion, skewering the victim in the side with a barbed spear after the sacrificial lamb is nailed to a cross in the menagerie's centre square. Okay, so this piece of lore was written by Fun Police from the main Trench Crusade Discord. It was part of the 66 Heretic Domains writing competition where lots of people got together. They wrote the lore, rulebook style for their own Heretic Domain. And there's some really fun entries. I might actually need to get in touch with a bunch of people from the main Discord and ask them if they're okay with me doing videos on the stuff that they wrote, because a lot of it's really cool. This is, I think, a worthy winner, however, because it's just so fucking clever in the writing. So I actually asked Fun Police if there was anyone he wanted to shout out in the video before I get stuck into talking about the writing. So where was it? Shout out to Harsh Rhetoric, who helped me flesh out our version of North Africa. So there you go. But yeah, no, I love this writing. It's so clever and mean and perfectly heretical and extremely Mammonian with the ban on hospitality and that kind of trap of needing to outsmart and outwork each other and all that kind of stuff. It's just incredibly hellish. It really does suit, and it would not be out of place even a little bit in the main game. I think when you're writing this kind of stuff, when you're writing for this kind of competition, you want to write something that really could be in the main game, that the devs themselves really could come up with and would appreciate. I don't think you want to do that all the time. Like me with my own writing, I try and aim kind of away from what I think the devs are going to do, but this I think is perfect for the game. I absolutely love the Zoo of the Faithful. That is just really sick and weird and disturbing in its own way. I love the fake, it's very real for the person it's happening to, crucifixion and all that kind of jazz. Just a super good piece of writing, very, very enjoyable, and a worthy winner of the contest. But that's going to be it for this video. Well done to Fun Police. Thank you for your patience when it came to me getting this video out there. I really appreciate it, and well done to everybody who entered. Definitely go over and look. There's a lot of fun writing, and many of you can expect to hear from me because I want to do a video, just a big combined video with a lot of the entries, because some of them are really fucking cool. So yeah, that's it. All the best. Have a great weekend. Keep an eye on the channel on Sunday for no reason at all. Bye.